Welcome to the Homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, this morning has been full with cat drama. Cat drama indeed. First off, Lee went out into the garage to check on the cats, and the blankets were just everywhere, and he was like, what happened? And there were no babies in the carrier. We did find the babies. They are kind of in the corner of the garage behind a big bag of plastic bottles, and they're just tucked in the rocks. Not my favorite place for them to be, but when they were babies, they also were hidden in the rocks. Can you hear that cat? Yeah, well, apparently Reba didn't get pregnant the last time around, and she's in heat now, and that's Carl, and he's just a loudmouth. He has been all around here and making all kinds of noises for days now. Poor Reba. And Orange Sickle has been much closer to us, sitting right here on the patio because, well, that's where Reba is, or even Stripes, because Stripes might too be in heat. A lot of noise coming from that area over here, and I'm afraid somebody's been pushed over into that direction, but not Stripes. It looks like it might be Reba or Orange Sickle and the other cat. Anyhow, that drama's going on, but then here's something else. The dog starts barking up a storm. We don't know why, and well, we found out why. He was over near the carrier where the other babies were, and so we got him away, and I stuck my head in there, and Callie's in there, and I see one of her babies, and I reached in, I pet Callie's head, pulled my hand out, boom, she grabs that cat, she runs right by me, up the stairs, into the RV, and underneath the dash where the driver's compartment is. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she just took off with the baby. So I went and I looked, and lo and behold, she has 3 of them in there. And when I turned around to come outside to go look at, she's running up the stairs with a 4th baby, and now all of them are under there. I got a carrier, it's an extended carrier, cloth one, and I kind of shoved it in the hole. I tried to put the babies in the carrier, but she had nothing to do with that. She pulled them out, brought them back into that corner that she wants them. So I just kind of left it shoved up in there, and so it's kind of protected. It was protected on the back wall, but not on the other sides. Now it's protected, and there's just one place that the dog can get to, but uncomfortable because the pedals are in the way. Anyway, cat drama. So we got 4 babies in the house. Callie is outside underneath the RV kind of resting. And but let's get back to Sylvie and her babies. It was tragic. We didn't know it was happening, but for 8 hours that poor baby cat was trying to get into the carrier with her babies. What happened was the babies kept coming out, and they must have been grabbing a hold of the blanket that was laying on top of the carrier, and each time it scooted it down just a little bit more. It's just a lightweight blanket, and until it covered it. Well, Sylvie came, and there was a little crack at the bottom, but the cats were inside, and you can kind of see them bulging into the blanket, and so she tries to get them out, and in the process the blanket falls more, and more of the blanket is hiding the hole, and she's trying to get in, but she doesn't understand that she's got to go under, and she's trying to push through. Anyway, the camera starts about 11 o'clock at night, just before 11 o'clock at night, and somewhere along the lines the blanket fell over the camera. So there's a big gap of time where you don't get to see it because there's something in the way. Either her body's in the way blocking the camera and she's laying in front, or it was a blanket. But nevertheless, the next time it jumps from like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning. It jumps to like 6 o'clock in the morning. and she's still trying to get those babies out. And then you don't see anything, so she must have gotten the blanket, covered it over the camera again, and when Lee gets out there this morning, all the babies are moved. So that poor girl must have been freaking out, and you can kind of see how at first she's just calmly trying to get them out, and then after a while you can see her fighting to push through to get those kittens. And she worked for about 8 hours to get those cats out. And so sad. You know how I said Reba was slutting it up the last time when she went in heat and she was chasing all the boys? Yeah, well, it's his turn. I don't think you call it slutting it up, but you call it something. He is definitely having trouble. Anyway, Lee's busy working. I guess I should be busy working. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am washing blankets today. It's supposed to thunder, lightning, hail maybe, tornado possible, and cloudy skies. They said thunder and lightning storms last night, but there was not. So you can't really necessarily trust them. Somewhere there was, but not right here. And so I might need to water my garden just in case it does not rain. Anyhow, let's see if I can find something to do before it does rain, if it's gonna rain. Okay, let's do some more weed eating and try to clear some more of our property. This is over near the sheds behind Lee's truck. And I've been bit so many times by chiggers. Every time I walk through these weeds to get from one place to the other, my ankles are just covered in them, and they hurt really bad. Now I used to use Vicks, because Vicks does stop the burning and the itching, but with Vicks, you know, if you get it on your hand and rub your eye, you're in big trouble. So I tried castor oil this time, and it works a miracle. It stops the itching right away, and it keeps it away for a long time. And the castor oil is not going to burn my eyes if I accidentally touch the castor oil and then touch my eye. I try really hard not to, but you know, human nature. Let's do some weed eating. You know what I just noticed is you don't hear the cicadas. The last couple of years it was so loud, and I'm sure it was by this time of year. It's almost the end of May, and I think they come out in April. But I do see a bunch of little things in the ground, like little spiral things, like some things did dig up out of the ground, but I don't know what they were. But it's quiet. I don't hear the cicadas. I guess it's a bye year. This right here is the same thing that was growing in my garden before Lee cut it down. They were coming in through the watermelon, and you see they have these little flowers. There we go. See that? They make like grapes do with the beads, or blackberries, or not blackberries, but blueberries. When we first moved here, there was a big one of these, and it had these beautiful purple berries all over it. And I picked the berries and I took them home because I thought they were blueberries. I thought blueberries grew like grapes, like this. Anyway, this is not blueberries or boysenberries or any other kind of edible berry. This is a pokeweed. I think that's what they call it. And the berries are very toxic. And so, needless to say, we didn't want this in the garden, and we don't really like it on the property because we don't want to be poisoned by these berries. I still don't know what blackberries are. Well, I know what blackberries look like. They're vines. But blueberries, they come on a bush. I don't know what they look like. I don't know if they look like grapes or if they grow differently. I guess I should look them up in a picture, but I don't have any, so it doesn't really matter. But definitely don't want pokeweed. Well, I'm down to one string on the weed eater. That's why it's taking so long in that little section right there. So I am definitely gonna have to get that replaced. So take a little break, refeed this, and then we'll keep working, because that's all we do here is work. Okay, battery number 2's dead. That's it with the weed eating. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. You be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the Homestead. Bye-bye now.